There have been a lot of great teams in the history of the NBA that have never won a championship.
The greatest regular season in NBA history now belongs to the 2016 Golden State Warriors.
You can win all you want in the regular season, but if it doesn't lead to a championship, it was all for what? Let's take a look at some of the best teams that failed to win it all. The 2007 Dallas Mavericks. After losing the 2006 NBA Finals to the Miami Heat, the Dallas Mavericks came out strong the next season, winning 67 games, way more than any other team in the NBA that year. Having secured home court advantage throughout the playoffs, Dallas appeared to be set for another deep playoff run, but the Mavs shockingly went out in the first round, losing in 6 games to the 42-40 Baron Davis-led Golden State Warriors. They became just the third #1 seed to lose to an 8th seed in NBA history.
When you're busting guys who are bigger. Richardson up, under, and foul.
Oh, this one breaks my heart every single time. The 2011 Chicago Bulls, before Derrick Rose got injured. You had Boozer, Noah, and Deng that played so well. As Bulls fans, we can only dream what could have been if Rose didn't go down against Philly. Chicago had the roster and coach in Tibbs to go the distance that year and maybe start what could have been a dynasty for years in the NBA.
Swing it out, Watson for 3. Gibson again.
The 2015-2016 Golden State Warriors. After winning the 2015 NBA Finals, the Golden State Warriors seemed like a dynasty in the making. The young homegrown talent of Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green led the Warriors to an NBA record of 73 wins during that next regular season. Golden State took a famous 3-1 lead over the Cleveland Cavaliers in the series before LeBron James led his team back from elimination. The Cavs reeled off 3 straight wins, including a dramatic Game 7 to bring the city of Cleveland its first title in 52 years and spoil the Warriors' claim of being the greatest team ever.
Knock it down.
A long 3 for Thompson, and that is an NBA record.
We all remember the blockbuster trade back in 2013 between Brooklyn and Boston. You want to talk about a star-studded lineup. The 2013-2014 Brooklyn Nets, headlined by KG, Paul Pierce, Joe Johnson, and Darren Williams. But unfortunately, they just couldn't gel at the right time. It also doesn't help they ran into the LeBron James-led Miami Heat in the conference semifinals.
Here is Lowry on the deck through 2. Lowry put it up. It's blocked by Pierce, and the Nets win the series.
The 2013 Los Angeles Lakers, similar to the Nets, were considered a super team that could compete with the Miami Heat. The Lakers had a star-studded roster, headlining Steve Nash, Paul Gasol, Metta World Peace, and Dwight Howard, and of course the legend himself, Kobe Bryant. This team struggled all year to get the chemistry together, and honestly, the Kobe-Shaq clashes were just a foreshadow of the trouble Dwight and Kobe would endure.
Fine, he was in the draft, tied for 4th last year in rebounding in the NBA. Lob under to Howard.
The LA Clippers Lob City error. What can I say that hasn't already been said about them? The Clippers had their coach in Doc and had the players they wanted in their prime with Blake, DeAndre, and JJ. And of course, on top of that, had a star point guard in Chris Paul. I don't use this as an excuse often in sports, but the Clippers just had such bad luck when it came to the playoffs and seeding, and they could never get over that hump. Saying that, it was the most successful time in Clippers history. Lob City was an unimaginable time period for a team and a fan base who had always lived in the shadows.
Here comes Chris Paul. The lob. The jam! Oh, what a monster jam by DeAndre Jordan!
And finally, the late 1990s Utah Jazz teams. If you ask a lot of fans, they will tell you that the John Stockton and Karl Malone-led Utah Jazz were one of the best teams in the league during the 90s. However, as phenomenal as they were unable to win a championship. The Jazz made it to the NBA Finals in 1997 and 1998, but they lost to the Bulls in both. At the end of the day, they unfortunately ran into Michael Jordan multiple times, and there's not much else to say.
Jordan